How to remove the fenders on an '02 Avalanche with cladding. First thing you do is remove the inner wheel wells on both sides. I'm not going to show you how to do them, but this is what consists of holding them in. A bunch of push pins. You can pry up on one of the sides with a flathead screwdriver, pull up the middle piece, and then remove the whole unit from there. On the driver's side, you will have a couple connectors still connected. You don't have to rip the things out, just disconnect them. Let them hang freely inside the vehicle, and the wheel will come out. Passenger side, you don't have any. Actually, yes you do, you got two. Same thing, just open up the connectors. Once you get all the pins out, they'll fall down and you will see where you got to take the connectors apart from. Alright, I'm going to start on the passenger side. It's a little easier, but you still have quite a few bolts to take. You got one here. There's number 2. Follow this rim. 3, 4. 5, 6, back down there, 7, 8. All of these bolts got to come out except for this one. 9, 10, 11, 12. Got one down there. 13, 14, 15. The coolant bottle. 16. I might have miscounted. There's one at the very bottom down here. 17. If you open the door, we got 2, 18, and one down there, 19. Like I said, it's 18. I think I miscounted, but all those bolts got to come out. So far, I've removed that one bolt. Come up top, down here at the top, I removed that bolt, and I took all 4 bolts off of this plate. It's actually mounted under, but I just left it there so you can see. I put my bolts back in. Got 2 up there that I got loose in. You can see all the bolts there, or the nuts there that are loose in. All of these got to get loose. The coolant reservoir, it would be a 10mm nut there, but mine is broken. Those are all loose. You got one at the very bottom of this cladding, and when you open the door, you got 2 there. So all of these are able to come out. I'm gonna get all of these loose, or take all of these out. So I got all the bolts out everywhere, except for the one there. I just left that in. But all these bolts are different, that's why I left that in there. The ones around the reservoir is small. I'll show you. The heads are smaller than the heads on these. These are the 2 bolts here. These 2 are the 2 bolts that go near the hood latch or the hood support, and the one with the big washer here is the one that goes at the very bottom of the fender. I also took out the 2 bolts inside. Only thing left to do is take out the 1 bolt holding this hood support. I'm trying to debate. I think I'm gonna take out this bottom one. That's going down there, and just probably get a bar or something to hold the hood up. If not, I'll probably have somebody hold the hood up for me, but that's the last bolt, and the fender should just come right out. Alright, I had one more little 10mm bolt hiding down here up under the air filter. So I got all my nuts and bolts out. I took off the bolt back there, holding up the hood latch at the bottom, and the fender should come out. Let's see. I don't want to move it too much and let this bar fall. But she's definitely out. Hold on. I might have to do this with two hands because I seen the hood move and I ain't trying to smash my fingers. Come to the front of the hood, pull this tab up, and there's a 13mm bolt on the other hood latch. Remove that. This whole bottom one, because that's holding the inner part of the fender. And then this bolt here is also holding the tab of the fender. So one side of this hood support definitely got to come out. So that's what the truck looked like with the fender off. Just set it back up there in its place and put the bolts back in. So I got this passenger fender up. It's not bolted in completely because you have to definitely get the proper gap in between the door and the fender, because if you open it and close it, it'll start binding. Mine just isn't doing it too much, but I just thought I'd let y'all know. So I just gotta probably take the whole fender and shift it forward a little, whatever the case may be, and then we can tighten up everything. So I got the fender up, everything is nice and tight. I ain't got my cladding up there because I broke the clips, but the door opens and closes without binding. Now I'm gonna get the driver's side off. The driver's side, the wheel well, we already got it out. Gotta take out the battery, and you gotta take out the screws that's inside this electrical center box. Next, remove all the 10mm bolts that's holding in the battery tray. The battery box tray is out. You come to the front. It's a little tab right there, one on the other side. Push them in, and this whole plastic piece will come up. So all we're doing is loosening it. It's not going to come out because you got to take this rail off like we did on the other side. It's holding all of this up under. So you can actually remove these 4 bolts. With that piece removed, you should just be able to lift this straight up and off. Now you got to lift this whole junction box, this fuse box up. You got a tab here, down here that you push down. Over here on the side, pull it to the side, and then it should come up. You just gotta watch on each side, and there should be two bolts up under it. Let me get that pulled up. Just lift it up and to the side, and under this black and blue connector. It's a rusty bolt hiding there. There's one on this side too, somewhere. I'll take those 2 bolts out. Once you get 2 bolts down there out, come down to the bottom. And you got 2 bolts down there holding on the other side of this box. Take those out. You got 2 more bolts, one here and one on that side. Remove those. Those are 10mm. Got 1 bolt here at the bottom of the fender. 2 bolts at the top, or 2 nuts. 1, 2. And then we're gonna have to get those two back there, and then we gotta take out the bolts, the two bolts, one in the front here and the one back there you can barely see, for the hood latch or hood support. So the two bolts back there, I got them loose because the fender just slides out. I got the two bolts back there taken out, the one mount for the hood here and back there loose. I've already loosened or taken out the one at the very bottom. The only thing we got left to do is just take out the two inside the door. One up there, one down there, and she should be free. Let's see. So anxious to get this fender off. I done missed the main screw. Got a screw there. And we'll see if there's anything else holding. I'm not 100% sure if I need to take out those two back there, but we'll see. So here it is. We got the fender off. Now we're about to set it back up there. This is another one we got from the junkyard. I'm about to get this installed. So installing the driver's side fender, I got that bolt in, that bolt in. Those two down here I didn't have to take out. I got the hood shock, strut, whatever it is. Got those two on. And again, these two, one at the top and one down there at the bottom, is in, but they're not tight. So I'm gonna get the rest of them in. Okay, back on the driver's side. That's how we're looking. Got this bolt in. The one at the top there. This one and that one tightened up. I put the two at the bottom. Those are tight. There's two bolts there, 1, 2. I got the hood support there and down there. Those are all tight. Inside the door, that one is tight now. Now I can put the rest of the support brackets on, and as you see, the door opens and closes freely. Just gotta grease it up. Nothing is binding. So now I'm about to get the bolts in for this thing here, this fuse box. So you got two 10mm bolts, one here and one down there, and then you got two 10mm that go down in the middle. Now you can take the fuse box, clamp it back in place. You can put the upper half of the box back on, and then put your lid on. Got the battery tray in. Now we can put the battery in. You can put this bracket back on. They're not tightened down. And you can put your trim back on. We got two little clips. They clip right into the hole. It sits like that. Let me get all of that locked down. So everything is back together. The only thing I didn't do is put my bottom bolt, excuse me, the bottom bolt that go at the very bottom of that fender, because the plastic cladding that goes here, it has a notch. That's why the head of that nut is so small and the washer is so big, and it holds the cladding up at the bottom. Something about this bumper support, so I can put my bumper back up. better. I can at least put my grill back on. Probably go to the junkyard tomorrow and get a bumper support. And that's it. 02 Avalanche. Left side and right side fender removal and install. Make sure y'all comment, like, and subscribe. See y'all in the next video. Looks something like this when it's fully installed. Make sure y'all comment, like, and subscribe. I'll see you on the next video.